Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Autumn, and today I'm really excited to be showing you how to make these lovely fabric leaves. Now these leaves here are so much fun to make. For me, they're very relaxing, and they are just really to me essential for adding depth and beauty to your projects. So I would call these probably couture quality, because you're making them by hand and each one looks different, and you will more than likely be sewing them by hand. If you don't want to sew them, you could always glue them down. I'm a hand stitcher. I like to do things by hand, but they're just a really nice way to add beauty to your projects. I've got here a variety of different colors and textures, as well as transparency. Some are more transparent and then others are pretty opaque. See those there? I think these are really sweet. They're simple, but the color's lovely. And it's not hard to make these at all, but what I will say is that it's quite time consuming. You can make these for pleasure or for profit, but if you are going to make them for profit, if you want to really make a profit, you might want to hire some help, because it takes quite a bit of time. But for those of you who like to make your own supplies for your own craft and art projects, this is perfect. So let me show you what I use. And I'm sure some of you have heard of the fabric flowers, and this is pretty much the same concept. So you're gonna just look for fabrics that are kind of like this, where they're first you'll start with like a silky fabric. You can look for it in thrift stores or even fabric shops if you want, but I would say probably thrift stores first, because you'll be able to find this type of fabric a lot cheaper, and you're more than likely going to be finding it on clothing or draperies or something like that. So most of the fabric that I use to create my flowers and leaves are old clothes and curtains and things like that. So let me just show you some of the beautiful things you can make with, I don't know if that's even in focus. So here's an example of the leaves. Some here. Let me see if I can reach over and slide this into. These are ones I just kind of made. See, so here I've got two sewn together here, and it just kind of creates an even base for this here. Here we've got some like golden kind of fall colored ones here. Whoops, am I in focus? There we go. Here, just kind of sitting. And I don't know about you, but I am a total nature girl. I love nature. I love flowers, leaves, foliage, plants, all that sort of thing. So I think this is going to be really fun, and I'm excited to show you. Okay, so let's start with a candle, and we've got this here just to kind of have a base for our candles, and then we're going to light the candle, and then just kind of let it sit maybe for about 10 to 30 seconds. It depends. If you've got a candle that you've just started, you're going to want to let it melt a little bit and turn to liquid before you start to do this, because you need a nice long flame. And of course, just, definitely be careful while you're doing this. But I'm going to start with kind of a strip here. Let's see. Now this is really sheer, this fabric here. So it's going to burn differently than, say, a thicker one like this here. But you'll get to see what I'm talking about. So, okay. And then what I do with this is I just kind of look, this is a little strange here with me having to, okay. So what I'm having to do is just, I've got my camera here and I'm having to work around it. So bear with me here. You just want to cut your shape, and I'm going to just kind of narrow it a little more down here. Now you can have a wide base leaf if you want. You can have whatever shape leaf you want. You can do more rounded shapes, pointier, narrow, real long, short and cute, you know. So you start out with something like this, and depending on the size, you might want to hold it with your hand, which is what I do sometimes, or you want to have a pair of tweezers like that. Okay, so I think for me, because of the angle, I'm going to start out with holding it. Okay, and then you're just going to hold this one kind of close to the flame, but move it real quick. And the reason why is because this fabric is so fine that it will literally melt up so fast. So you got to kind of move it really fast. Okay, so there we go, and I hope that's in focus for you. Okay, and so you see it's kind of curling up, and there are different ways that you can run it along the flame to where you can make it curl up or down. And so it kind of created, I don't know if there we go. It kind of created this kind of a spoon or bowl effect. So if you want to keep that, you can, because sometimes that looks nice, especially on this side when you've got a flower inside. But for me, I like to try and give it a little bit more character, so I'll hold it over the flame. And did you see how quickly it crinkled that leaf? That was fast. And then, okay, I'm out of focus here. I'm out of focus and frame. Okay, now let's try this. Let's try this again. It's a little, woo, good grief. There we go. You see that? Look at that. Yeah, can you see that? It's very, very pretty, very nice, and it looks very natural, like leaves blowing in the wind, or you know how leaves can often look on a bush and that sort of thing. So it just gives it a little bit more character, and it helps that color. See, I don't know if you can see this. It helps that color to kind of concentrate a little bit more. So there's that one. Let's try another color. And let's try a sort of a thicker kind of fabric. So I've got this one here. This was on a dress. And what I'd like to say also is the fabric that you'll want to use is either going to be like 100% polyester, or it's going to have some like acetate or something like that. But you will get used to the feel of it, and you'll be able to tell, is this going to melt or not. So it's not hard to find the kind of fabric you need for these. It can get expensive if you're not careful, but it's, you know, it's not hard to find. So okay, so I don't know if you can see me doing that over there. Hopefully I'm in focus, you guys. Okay. There's that side, and you see it's curling up kind of here. Let me just turn this. Let me turn that. Okay. And then now it's kind of curling up, but be patient because you can always kind of curl it back. Okay. Now if this was a smaller leaf, I would be using those tweezers pretty much for the whole. In fact, I'll kind of show you. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it with my tweezers, and then I'm going to kind of just hold it like that. Hold it sort of high above the flame, and then slowly bring it lower. And then if you can see, it's kind of shaping itself. You see that? Let me get over this way. You see that? And there you go. Isn't that beautiful? Now let me see. Let me take some kind of a flower here and then show you kind of how that would. You see that? You see that? Isn't that lovely? So I guess with this one, I would probably do something like that. Yeah. Either like that, or let's see. Like that. Because I like the way that looks right there. And then I'd have another one probably on this side, or maybe up over here, just wherever you want to place them. You know. So there's that one. Let's try another one so you can kind of get a... All right, let me see if I can go for a smaller size one this time. Okay, let me go right about here. Boy, that is bright in there. This is not so vivid in person, this color. Because I'm not real big on really bright colors. I like vivid colors, but I'm not into super bright. So, okay. I'm just gonna, this is a little awkward doing it this way, but okay. So this is kind of, there we go. There's kind of a leaf shape right there. The great thing is that the flame really helps to make it come alive when it comes to the shape of your piece. So let's give this a try. I'm going to try to get my, I think I'm going to stand up because this is kind of awkward for me. And hopefully you'll be able to see this. So I'm just going to hold it near the flame. And there we go. And you know what's really nice about this is that the color on the edge becomes darker with this fabric, and so it really helps to create a nice outline for the leaf, and it's very striking. It's really, really pretty. So there we go. You just kind of work around it just like that. Okay. And that little touches. So there's that. That's not quite what I want yet because I haven't been able to kind of curl it, but look at that. It's very pretty already. And then I'm just, you see that? Did you see how fast that happened? That happens quite fast, so be careful. There you go. And you'll learn to really, you can even, did you see how I bent it and it just kind of stayed stuck? So as the air hits it, it will shape and form and it'll stay that way. So, I mean, when you feel these leaves, they're still nice. They're not all hard and everything. I mean, there's kind of a caramelization, if you will, on the edge. But the leaf itself, it still feels nice. It still feels like fabric. So that's how you do it. I'm going to do another one here. I'm going to do this color. What do you think about that color right there? Very pretty, huh? Let's try that. Okay, so I'm going to make a cut. And this fabric here was from a curtain. I think I got the curtain, kind of one of those older curtains from like, I don't know, the early 90s or something. But I got it for $1.99 at a thrift store. And there's tons of it on there. So there's that. Making my cuts here. Sorry, I'm going to do that in frame. There you go. That's kind of a longer leaf, isn't it? And you can do other shapes too. You can do like maple leaf shape. You can do hydrangea leaf shape or violet leaf shape, whatever. But I'm just kind of being simple today. So, all right. I think what I'm going to do is use my hand, starting at least, because this is a bigger piece. Just keep my fingers away from the flame, but now this one, some of these you have a little more control with because of the fabric and the makeup of it. It's not gonna burn so easy. But look at that. Did you see how the flame just shaped the end of that? Like, it's just so wonderful. I really like doing this. Okay, so there's this side we're gonna do. Okay. Now this is really pretty. This has a real nice vintage look to it. This shimmery, you know, like bronze color. Okay, so the thing that's really nice about this fabric, this one here, is that it already has a little bit of texture to it already, a little bit of curling, and you'll find that a lot in like old curtains and things. They've already got some texture, so usually it's a lot easier to do these kinds of there you go. There, I think I'll do another one here, and look at that. That's real sweet, isn't it? You see that? And that would just look wonderful. Actually, this one here, you could just put a flower right there in the center. You see that? I don't know if you can see that. Am I even in focus? You see that? You can just put the flower right in the center with that one. And you've got leaves on each side. Isn't that great? So that's my tutorial on how to make your couture fabric leaves. And again, if you want to sell these for profit, it's totally doable. However, you are going to have to prepare because it's very tedious. And make sure that you price them at a price that's fair to you, because it definitely takes time and it takes skill. You can learn it, obviously, but you know, when I first started doing this, I definitely burnt holes and I ruined, you know, some of them, but it's fun. You get the hang of it, and you know, it's just a wonderful way to liven the world of your art and everything. So thank you so much, you guys, for joining me today. If you do want to purchase any of these, actually, I think I will start selling them. I will more than likely have some listed in my Etsy shop by the time you see this video. And then also, I don't know if you recall, wait a minute. I was going to show you another type of to-do. Never mind, scratch that. Wait, we're not done yet. So look at this one here. There's another video I made, and I was showing this needle book that I made. And in that video, I said that I would show how to do this. So I need to keep my word. So this is a try leaf. And I don't even... I may have learned something like this years ago when I was in Girl Scouts or something like that. I remember us cutting paper. And so you make a triangle, and then you kind of do slits and sort of, you want to do it? Let's do it. Okay, let's do it. All right, we'll do it. And then if I don't do a good job, I'm sorry, but I'm not used to working in front of a camera like this, so pardon me. Okay, let me see here. Good grief. You guys, I'm sorry if I'm out of focus. Let me try it this way here. Okay. Cut there. All right, so how did I do that? I think what I did was I kind of, I don't want to make any mistakes, so I think I'm just going to do it with my eye like that. So just kind of, it doesn't have to be perfect. The flame is going to really, really help to make it better. And boy, oh boy, this is not going to be perfect. So this one's going to have to probably have a big flower, because this is not a perfect triangle. But hey, I'm excited. I'm excited to see how it's going to turn out. All right, let's see. Okay, and then so I kind of have that shape right there. And then just for my own peace of mind, I'm going to do just a little bit of something right, you know, like that. And kind of clean it up just a little bit to help it, so I don't have these big pools of like blobby fabric. Okay, let's try there too. Okay, so there's that. All right. Okay, now here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to even bother with using that flame over there. In fact, let's blow it out. I am going to take my handy dandy lighter. Okay, and then I'm going to try and stay in focus while I do this. So, and you see how it's just kind of shaping up. Now, don't feel bad, and I'm partly saying this to myself. Don't feel bad if this doesn't turn out perfect the first time, or don't feel bad if it doesn't look so great alone, because once you put a flower on it, it can change everything. So let's see here. There we go. And the longer you burn it in that spot, obviously the more it's going to go in, and the less, I mean, it's going to shrink pretty much, so to speak. Let's just, because that looks frayed right there. Okay, so let me see if I can find a flower somewhere that will will suffice for something like that. But let me clean it up a little bit. There you go. Let's see. I'd say that looks good. Now, maybe I want to curl this a little. We'll see. Let me try. Little curl motion there. Let's see. Maybe some curl here. Yeah. There we go. Let's see. There we go. And I like the curl because the curl helps to shrink things too. Okay, there we go. That's looking good. I like that. Okay, I'm going to set that right there. And don't mind me, I'm just going to see if I can find a flower that will work for there. Okay, let's see here. Pull out my trusty... Oh, hey, here's one. Okay. All right, this might be big enough. Okay, so here's a flower that I think I can get there. Let's try this one. All right. There you go. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look how that turned out. See that? So that's how that tri-leaf works. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh, I love it. So, recap. You just kind of cut a triangle, and it doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, don't make it perfect because it's not going to look so good. And then you kind of cut little mini triangles out of every angle of the triangle, and then sort of shape a leaf from the parts that stick out. And then let the flame do the rest. And there you have it. Let me get in close. Isn't that sweet? Oh, and then don't forget to curl it if you want more dimension and depth. So basically you just hold it over the flame, just like that, and it'll kind of do this curly kind of doodad. Okay, and there you go. All right. So, thank you so much for watching. And I'm sorry. I'll get the hang of this, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like the video, give me a like. And if you want to say anything, please comment. Share the video if you'd like. And if you want to join me for other little tutorials and tidbits, go ahead and subscribe. Oh, don't forget to click the notification bell, and that'll alert you whenever I have a new video. So, all right, thanks again, you guys, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.